Hi guys, Mons here. On today's episode of Ball with Mons, we're going to be going through Game Week 7, our prediction, and my picks for this week, and a preview for the Game Week 7 as well. So, like I said, if you find yourself on my channel, please make sure to click on the subscribe button. If you agree with some of my picks, if you disagree with some of my picks, if you have any suggestion for any segments you want to see done in terms of football, it might be the Premier League, it might be the Italian League, it might be Serie, it might be the Spanish League, it might be Brazilian League. I watch all those leagues. Please leave a comment below and I will get back to you. Thank you very much. So, let's get started in this this Premier League week. I know there's a game on Friday, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's West Ham playing on Friday. I'm not 100% sure. But I want to start with Fulham, Bournemouth versus Fulham. Don't fancy Fulham at all this season. I feel Bournemouth should win this. They're home. They're unlucky to draw the Leeds actually played really, really well at the weekend against them, to be fair. Bournemouth should beat Fulham. Leeds versus Spurs. This is my risky pick for the week again. Risky pick alert. Risky pick alert. Leeds are going to beat Spurs this weekend, in my opinion. Very impressed with them, how they played Bournemouth over the weekend. Last weekend. So I think they're going to beat Spurs this weekend. Arsenal versus West Ham. Arsenal should win. Should be a straightforward win. Gyökeres going to score again. His bread and butter playing against inferior centre halves. We can guarantee yourself Gyökeres is going to score and he's going to play really, really well in this game. However, West Ham, new manager bounce. They got Nuno. I think Nuno's going to make them a little bit harder to beat, in my opinion. So that's what it's going to work on first. Make them more solid, make them harder to beat and harder to play through. But overall, I think Arsenal have the attacking talent. They should be able to beat them. Man United versus Sunderland. Please, Man United, please win this weekend. I'm so sick to death of coming on here every week talking about how we can be better. So I'm picking my team, Man United, to win this weekend. Playing Sunderland at Old Trafford. Should be a straightforward win. Newly promoted team. That's Amorim bread and butter. So they should be straightforward win. However, Sunderland has been very, very good this season. Very impressed with them. They're the most impressive team out of all the newly promoted teams so far this season. But they're going to give United a tough run for the money by probably Bruno Fernandes last minute penalty when the man gets sent off again. Should get us done, as usual. Excuse me. So the next game is Chelsea versus Liverpool. I'm going with Liverpool in this game. Don't fancy Chelsea at all after losing to Brighton. I think Liverpool will win this game. They're going to need a bounce back result. I don't see Liverpool losing 2 games in a row in the Premier League under the complaining freak, Arne Slot. Liverpool are going to win this game, in my opinion. Don't see them losing two games in a row. It's going to be a good game, though. We have to keep an eye on this one. Definitely be watching this one, I think, this weekend. Villa versus Burnley. Villa back-to-back win? I think so. Villa back-to-back win? I think so. Ollie Watkins scored. I can see him going on the scoring run now. I can see Villa putting together maybe 2, 3, 4 wins in a row together. So I'm going 100% on Villa for that win against Burnley. Burnley were very impressed against City for half an hour. And Jadon Anthony, a guy I don't see going back to the Championship if Burnley gets relegated. He's been superb this season for Burnley. So shout out to Jadon Anthony. He's very, very good for Burnley. Everton versus Palace. Palace are undefeated in 18 games. I'm picking Palace to win again. They're away to Everton, but I'm picking Palace. It's going to be a tough game. Good in the draw as well. The draw would be fair. The draw would be like a kind of result you see in this game. But as I said, on All Ball with Mons, we don't pick draws. We pick wins or losses, and I'm picking Palace to win this weekend. I'm very impressed with Palace so far this season. The only unbeaten team left in the Premier League this season as well, Palace. So shout out to Glasner for keeping that record, especially against Liverpool. Newcastle versus Forest. Newcastle need to win this one at home against a struggling Forest team. Ange also has to win. So 2 managers that have to win. But I see Newcastle again over the line this game, especially being at home in front of those St. James's Park crowd. I see Newcastle getting a victory in this game against Forest. Forest are gone so sloppy. God, they're just typical Ange team. Sloppy, easy to play through. Forest last season weren't like that. They were very difficult to break down last season under Nuno. But against Ange, he focuses more on attacking and very open play. And Forest are going to suffer this season, in my opinion. Wolves versus Brighton. My team Wolves. Surprise, surprise. I'm picking the Wolves win this weekend. I think Wolves are finally going to get the first 3 points this weekend. I can see them beating Brighton this weekend. Brighton away to Wolves. I can see Wolves finally getting the first win this weekend. Like I said, Wolves are a decent team. They have very, very good technical footballers in the middle of the park. The XG screams out they should be scoring more goals. The chances are being created, but they just can't put the ball back to the net. But I think this weekend Larson is going to score maybe 1 or 2 goals against this Brighton team. It's going to be a very good game to watch. but we'll watch that game. Yeah, I think Wolves are going to win this weekend. Last game between Brentford and Man City. Brentford are going back to back against Manchester team. Manchester City are a different animal to Man United, so I can see Haaland going crazy on this team. I'm picking the Manchester City win in this game. Like this weekend is going to be very interesting as well. Yeah, game week 7 weekend is going to be very, very interesting as well. Like I said, back to back win for Villa. I think so. Wolves finally get the first win. I also think so. Leeds, risky pick alert. Risky pick alert. Like I said, Leeds to beat Spurs this weekend. I think so. Arsenal will find it tough versus West Ham. With Nuno, going to make them very hard to play through, but Arsenal should win. Gyökeres, bread and butter. Lesser team, lesser talent centre halves. Gyökeres will go crazy this weekend. Book it, in my opinion. Thanks again for making it to the end of my video. Really appreciate the support. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, like I said at the start of the video, please drop a comment below and I'll get back to you. If you also want to make your own picks, leave your picks in the comment below as well. Really appreciate all the support. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you again on Monday or Tuesday for game week 7 review. Thank you very much.